What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you're new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rasheed White. All right, let's get into it. And also subscribe if you're not a subscriber there. And definitely share the video. Let's get into this over here, man. You guys actually see the title, and you also see the graphics that Jimmy Butler is toxic waste, and I think Sean Marks should actually really steer clear of him. It's rumored that he's actually wanting to come to the Brooklyn Nets, so I'm not sure if he's really meaning that, because the team is actually in a rebuild situation, or he's actually just trying to placate on Pat Riley's emotions, and he's like trying to just use the Nets, saying, "Oh, I'll go here," threatening him and everything. Now, my thing is, I try to compare him to the supermodel that was actually younger, like that. Not to say that Jimmy Butler is this type of guy, but he did make multiple All-Star teams. And he's a really, really good player, but he was one of these supermodels that didn't want you back in the days when you were like, now, you're older now, and now that you actually want to come here. So I don't know if that's really a good metaphoric analogy or not, but it could be actually the case. So let's get into this article over here. And the amount of money that's actually owed to him is actually insane, man. So, well, not owed to him, but like the money that he could actually command, in the next couple of seasons, being that he's just turned 35 years old, is actually insane. Now, you look at Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is still, I think he's a year older than Jimmy Butler and somewhat productive. But my thing is with Jimmy Butler is that we don't really, if we had the infrastructure pretty much to make it to where he doesn't actually have to play X amount of games until the playoffs. Because even though Jimmy Butler is like 35 years old, I mean, he's not like totally washed. I mean, he still can give you like a good hard 30-something, 35 minutes a game, but just the long grind of an 82 games schedule, I mean, he would actually have to be really, really heavily relied upon, just for the team to actually make the playoffs. And if that's the case, then, I mean, can he actually really, beat Boston, which I don't really see, most teams in the East pretty much doing. I mean, they're loaded. That team actually has 5 guys that can, get you 30, in their starting lineup right there. So let's get into this over here, man. It says, per Brian Lewis, New York Post, Butler likes the Brooklyn Nets and is inclined to test the market unless he can get a max deal from the Heat beforehand. I don't know. And I know I can see if he actually won them a couple of championships, but I don't know, man. I mean, they got there. They got almost to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I'm not going to put that all on Jimmy Butler. Basketball is a team sport, not an individual sport. But, I mean, 35 years old and $112 million a max deal. I don't know, man. I mean, as a general manager, these guys can't really fall in love with these players, man. I mean, because, you can, like if Jimmy Butler gets hurt, man, it could be similar to like a Ben Simmons situation, like what you actually have, and your team is pretty much handicapped. Okay, so let me just get into the whole thing of this over here. It says Heat president Pat Riley told reporters in May that the organization hadn't discussed an extension at that point. We have to look at making that kind of a commitment, and when we do it, Riley said, we don't have to do it until 2025 actually, but we'll see. We haven't made a decision on it, and we haven't had really an interest in discussing it. So it says Riley pushed back against Butler's comments that the Heat would have beaten the Boston Celtics and New York Knicks in the playoffs if he had been available to play. All right, but you weren't available to play. I don't know about you beating the Boston Celtics, man. Again, that team is like, I mean, 5 guys that can actually get you 30 points, man. That's just too much firepower, man. I thought, is that Jimmy trolling or is that Jimmy serious? Riley said, if you're not on the court playing against Boston or on the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut on the criticism of those teams. So Butler missed all 5 games in Miami's first-round playoff series against the Celtics due to a sprained MCL. Now, Pat Riley got to look at like if it's realistically possible to actually, and the same thing with the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, does Jimmy Butler actually come over here and actually make an impact? Does it make the team better? Can they actually really like make a push to the Eastern Conference Finals? I don't know. Not with Jimmy Butler and a bunch of role players, man. You need like an arsenal really to go up against like the Boston Celtics, man. You know, so you saw what they actually did with Porzingis really being limited, though. Okay, so Butler has been eligible to sign a 2-year extension worth up to $112.9 million with the Heat since July 7th. Man. So I mean, it seems like it's like a Cam Thomas situation, man, and I don't really think they really kind of want him, man, because you're not going to really win with him. Now, granted, you actually have to spend the money, you know, but I don't know. It's a dicey situation right there, man. These two teams. Okay. So it says Brooklyn does have project to have $70 million in cap space next summer. The money combined with additional draft support could allow the team to fast track a rebuild. They can add a star talent via free agency or trades, which is actually really not easy to do, man. So if you get a Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey, along with Jimmy Butler, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of development that you need from Cam Thomas. He's only 22 years old. He's not there yet. Same thing with Nick Claxton. I think he is who he is. I don't really see him getting any better or anything like that, man. So it says when Butler is healthy, he's still fantastic and a difference maker on both ends of the court. The 6-time All-Star averaged 20.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, 5.0 assists per game in 20 starts. I'm sorry, 60 starts last season. I'm bugging out. All right, so again, I think if the Miami Heat actually have more firepower, you know, a better bench, you know, I think they would probably do it, but Jimmy Butler is going to actually have to come down off that asking price over there, man. And let me see, we can look up his stats real quick, and let me spread this out real quick. Let me spread this out. Can you guys actually see the article? Okay. All right, so let's check out his 3-point shooting percentage over here, man. Let's see. 2023, 2024. Oh, 41% from 3. All right. No, not bad. I mean, that can actually help carry. If he hits 41% of his threes, maybe. And let's see the volume. Let's see how many shot attempts that he actually took. 6 threes, 41%. All right. I mean, not bad. I mean, but I don't know. I don't know if it's enough to actually get the Brooklyn Nets. You know, I mean, he will have to really carry this team. You're talking about a 35-year-old guy. I mean, it's a lot, man. It's definitely a lot. All right, so we'll get a live stream in probably tonight. I'll see how I feel, or more than likely tomorrow night. All right, definitely like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.